Have you ever seen someone on screen who just makes you stop and stare? Someone who does not just look amazing, but also seems full of energy, fun, and charm? Well, that is exactly what happened when Ann-Margret appeared in this unforgettable bikini moment. Yes, we are talking about the star who made everyone talk, not just for her talent, but also for her incredible presence. We are going to explore why this moment in a bikini became so famous and why people still remember it decades later. Ann-Margret Olsen was born in Sweden in 1941, but she became a superstar in America. She started singing and acting when she was very young, and soon people could not get enough of her. What made her special was not just her looks, but her energy. She could sing, dance, act, and even make the toughest critics smile. Now, let us talk about the moment that made everyone stop and talk, the bikini scene. Back in the 1960s, bikinis were not as common on screen as they are now. Seeing a famous actress confidently wearing one was a big deal. And Ann-Margret did it in a way that was fun, playful, and full of charm. People remember this scene not because it was just about fashion or appearance, but because Ann-Margret had something extra. She had confidence. She had a spark that made people notice her. When she appeared on screen in that bikini, it was not just her body that caught attention. It was her attitude, her smile, and the way she carried herself. Even though many stars wore swimsuits on screen, Ann-Margret's performance stood out because she looked natural and happy. She was not trying too hard. She was enjoying herself, and that made everyone watching enjoy it too. It is important to remember that Ann-Margret did not become a star just because of how she looked in a bikini. She was extremely talented. She sang songs that became hits, danced in movies that are still loved today, and acted in films that showed she could handle drama, comedy, and action. But that one moment with the bikini became a symbol of her charm. Also, her style inspired many people. Teenagers and young adults watched her movies and admired the way she moved, smiled, and dressed. The bikini moment became part of popular culture, showing that having confidence and enjoying yourself is just as important as looking good. You might wonder why people still talk about this scene after all these years. It is simple. Ann-Margret had a way of standing out without trying to be someone else. She was herself, and that made people remember her. Her performance in the bikini was not just about being attractive, it was about being joyful, playful, and lively. She made people feel happy just by being on screen. And that is a rare quality that makes stars unforgettable. Even today, actors and performers look at stars like Ann-Margret and learn from them. Confidence, energy, and personality can make any performance memorable. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be yourself and enjoy what you do. Ann-Margret showed that perfectly, especially in that famous bikini moment. Let us also talk about how she inspired women. Back in the 1960s, women were told to act in certain ways, wear certain clothes, and follow rules. Ann-Margret broke some of those ideas. She showed that women could be confident, playful, and still respected. Wearing a bikini on screen and looking comfortable was more than just about fashion. It was a statement. Today, fans of Ann-Margret continue to celebrate her style and charm. Her movies are still watched, her songs are still sung, and her performances are still admired. That one scene in a bikini became a symbol of her fun, playful spirit. People remember it not just because it was eye-catching, but because it was full of personality. So, what can we learn from Ann-Margret? First, confidence is everything. When you feel good about yourself, it shows, no matter what you wear. Second, personality shines brighter than looks alone. Ann-Margret did not just wear a bikini. She brought energy, joy, and charm to the screen. And finally, being yourself makes you memorable. She did not try to copy anyone. She created her own style that people still talk about today. Ann-Margret's bikini moment is more than just a scene from a movie. It is a reminder that confidence, energy, and joy can make someone unforgettable. It is proof that being yourself can leave a mark that lasts for decades. Next time you see a picture or clip of her in that classic moment, remember this. It is not just about the look, it is about the spark she brought to the screen. And that spark is what made Ann-Margret one of the stars people will always remember.